Spiritual war already started. Matter of fact, it's been here. I was talking to my friend yesterday and she was telling me how she's worried because of the genocide that's happening in Gaza. It's the Palestinians today, but it may be us tomorrow. And I told her, Habibi, it's been a war here. We're just in a different kind of war. We're not physically in a war, but we are spiritually and psychologically in a war. AI, technology, surveillance, control, propaganda, false media, consumerism is at an all-time high. This is a spiritual war. And what's the point of it, you might ask? What is the end goal? I'm going to take you back in time a little bit. As humans, our soul was literally created to worship. In Arabic, we call it ibadah, and it explicitly says in the Quran that we were created only to worship. And whether you're religious or not, we all worship something. It could be money, it could be fame, it could be power, relationships, the universe, an entity. Since we were literally created to worship, this desire is innately in each one of us. And any form of worship that's related to your 3D experience here in this world will lead you astray, especially those people who pray to the universe or who ask the universe for certain things or rely solely on energy to get what they want, attract what they want, manifest what they want. I do believe in energy. I do believe in the law of attraction. I do believe in manifestation, but I don't worship these things. I don't ask these things for a specific outcome. What we call the universe is actually a mental construct. It is a creation by the creator. You never experience the universe directly. You don't experience the universe in your heart. The universe is just a mental construct. It's a set of sensory datas that you feel every day. It's not an infinite source. The only infinite source is the creator himself. And I'm gonna read this to you guys. The creator is not limited by the creation. The universe is a living expression of God, but not the totality of God. Your soul is part of the creator, temporarily experiencing itself inside the creation. So when you're worshiping the creation instead of the creator, you're limiting yourself, blocking yourself from feeling a deep spiritual connection with the source. So let me go back to talking about the spiritual war and what this actually means. We're constantly bombarded by wrong information, by distractions, by overconsumption, by things that perish, things that give us temporary pleasures, but in reality have no meaning and no depth when it comes to our soul. And I've talked about this before, and I love to stress that we live in a world that cares about the body more than the soul living in it. But what we fail to realize is that whether you like it or not, our body's going to perish. And the only thing that's going to remain alive is our soul. So why do we prioritize our body over our soul? But it's only the soul that has an eternal capacity. Let me just talk about Gaza for a second. I'm going to share a personal story that happened to me, but I also know so many people in my circle that felt the same thing. We all had a spiritual awakening witnessing this genocide because our soul and our hearts were in so much pain. We felt so powerless and so helpless that we had no choice but to turn to the source, the creator. So 2-3 months into the genocide, after being disconnected from my religion for over a decade. I was born and raised as a Muslim, but I lived my life so far away from my religion that I completely lost touch with God, didn't even know how to practice Islam anymore. And when I saw just how resilient and powerful and brave and courageous the people of Palestine were, I was like, oh my God, I need that in my life. I need this kind of resilience. I need this kind of power, of inner peace, of complete surrender to the Almighty. So what did I do? I started reconnecting with my religion. I started learning how to pray again because I forgot. I started relearning certain chapters from the Quran because I forgot how to say them. And I just started practicing my religion more and more. And I know that this didn't just happen to me. There are so many people, probably hundreds of thousands of people that converted to Islam after witnessing the atrocities and the genocide in Gaza, which goes to show how much our soul is craving a connection with the source, how much it's craving a connection with our creator. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been almost 2 years that I've came back to my religion, and it's been hard ever since because, like I said, we are living in times of a spiritual war. Everything that's happening around us on a daily basis is literally made to distract us and distance us from God. So these are the things that I'm battling on a daily basis, but I'm trying my best to constantly do these 5 things that I'm going to mention. The war that's happening right now is not outside of you. It's not out of reach. You are not powerless. It is within your control. It is a war that's happening inside each one of us. It is, like I said, a spiritual war. So if you want to win the spiritual war, you have to do these 5 things. 1, the most important one is to strengthen your connection to the Creator. 2 is to guard your own heart. And you do that by praying, meditating, and remembering Him through your daily practices, whether you're going for a walk. Right now, I came here for a walk and it's fall, so the leaves are so beautiful. There are so many different colors. It's a beautiful sunny day. And I was like, this is perfection. The beauty of nature is perfection. And I started in Arabic calling out the different names of God. And this is me remembering Him on a daily basis. And the third one is living with integrity, which is so hard to do in this day and age. But if you can succeed to do that and block out all the distractions and all the nonsense that's happening all around you and just tune into yourself and your essence, then you have freed your soul. And the fourth one is filtering out what you consume, what you watch, what you listen to, what you're exposed to, your surrounding, your environment. All of that shapes your inner world. Fifth one, which I mentioned in the previous one, is what kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? What is your community like? Are they helping you get stronger spiritually, or are they leading you further away from the truth and your spiritual awakening? The good news is that this spiritual war will end, because honestly, I don't even know how much longer the world can carry on with everything that's happening. I believe, that is my opinion, but only God knows, that what's happening right now in Gaza is a battle that's going to carry out until the end of times. This is it. Your time to wake up is now, and do it before it's too late. Do you want to be on that side with the truth? And there's only one truth, because truth is not subjective. Or do you want to continue being enslaved by a system that's directing you towards false worship and the death of your own soul before you even die? The choice is yours. We were created with free will. And I'm really sharing this message with you from a place of love, because I want nothing but the best for you. And I want you to be awakened and aligned and aware of everything that's happening around you. Because like I said, I do believe in energies, and what's happening around us is affecting each one of us, whether you want to partake in it or not. So see this as your message from a big sister who's inviting you to wake up and return to God, return to your Creator, and to the only source that gave you life.